On October 30th, as a commemoration of the 20th anniversary of Shadow of the Colossus, we got a website featuring an interview with Fumito Ueda, comments from the main composer, and most importantly, concept art from Shadow of the Colossus. Out of this concept art, there are a couple of images that stand out from the rest. They simply do not look and feel like they are from Shadow of the Colossus. But first, I want to start with some history. Since 2017, every end of year, Gen Design have been posting season greeting cards. They come with a message telling us to have a nice year, that they are working on a new game, and most importantly, they attach an image never seen before. We can assume most of the images are from the new game if we look at the pattern of the last few season cards. In the card of 2017, we got the logo of the company, and in the background, sketches of a robot and what it looks like to be a sketch of a giant pig holding a lantern or cage. We can tell it's a pig by looking at the shape of the face, the nose, the teeth, and what it looks like to be a boy clinging to it on its back. Both the robot and the pig are going to be figures that are going to be reoccurring in the future. Keep these sketches in mind as they will be important. In 2018, we got two images of a girl on a pedestal alongside what we can assume is the same pig. We can tell this by the gray fur and the shape of the hand. Both of these features are going to be a constant in future images. We can safely assume this is not from Shadow of the Colossus because the pedestal is different from the one we see at the temple, and of course there is a giant pig beside it. From 2019 onwards, we will not be seeing the pig, and instead we will just have robot/mechanical art. But this year we got a sketch that very heavily resembles Shadow of the Colossus, and we could very well pass it as its concept art. But this will not line up considering the pattern of images up to this point, all of them being from the new project. Nonetheless, we see a figure with a poncho and horns carrying someone in a place resembling the mountains from the opening cinematic of Shadow of the Colossus. In 2020, we got art that appears to be the head of a giant robot. In 2021, we got a glimpse of the latest image we have of Project Robot, that being the kid in a red poncho touching what appears to be the remains of a giant robot. In 2022, we got a tiger for some reason. In 2023, we got bunnies for another reason. And in 2024, we got a new animal in what appears to be the hut for a robot, with a mirror, buttons, a compass, and an overall technologically advanced vibe. This is the same year we got the teaser trailer for Project Robot. In 2025, we got an image resembling the humanoid figure we saw on the teaser trailer, sitting somewhere in a sunset. In the images from the 20th anniversary of Shadow of the Colossus, we see the pig again, alongside some of the same images from the seasonal greeting card in what appears to be in-engine images, probably using a mix of both Unity and Unreal Engine. We see the images from 2019 and 19 again, and most importantly, we see the sketch from 2017, the pig holding the lantern in 3D. We can say that it is the same pig based on the shape of the legs being similar, the hands resting in the same position, and the coat of gray fur that we've seen since 2018. With this information, we can safely say that these images are not from Shadow of the Colossus, but rather a new project. But two questions arise from this. The first question is, why are these images in the 20th anniversary webpage of Shadow of the Colossus? And number two, are these new images from the new Project Robot? I personally have two theories to answer these questions. Theory number one is that Project Robot is going to tell the story of both the girl and the pig, as well as the kid and the robot that we've been seeing in the cards and the teaser trailer for the past few years. And these images are here just to tease the fans that read the article and that have been following the project since the beginning. Theory number two, and most likely, is that Gen Design was co-developing Project Robot and Beauty and the Beast the one where we see the girl and the pig, but this one got cancelled. And this project was supposed to be a retelling of Shadow of the Colossus. This would explain a few things. For example, it will explain why the 2019 image is very similar to it, why we see a figure in a horse, and why we are seeing these images in a webpage related to Shadow of the Colossus. Of course, these are all just theories, and there's nothing confirmed, and I'm hopeful that a new trailer or interview with Fumito Ueda could clear things up regarding the pig and the girl. But for now, this is all we got. While editing, I came across a post on Reddit with an image of a translated interview by Fumito Ueda talking about the image we saw on 2018. And he was brief and vague, but basically said that it was a result of their process of trial and error. So this makes for a new theory, and that the pig and the girl were just the initial stages of Project Robot, and later the project morphed into what we know today of just robots and technology. But again, nothing is confirmed until we can get more information on their next project.